Hi guys, hello, my name is Claude and I'm here to talk to you guys about The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I was not going to film today. I didn't think I was going to film today, but like I just finished The Poppy War and guys, oh my god. So this video is probably going to have a lot of spoilers, so if you haven't read the book, bye. So I'm gonna say from the start that this is like super unplanned. I did not think about what I was going to say. I just needed to like let it out. But like, oh my god. I wish I counted the amount of times I said Rin. No. No. Don't do it. So like I'm kind of mad at Rin for not listening to Jiang. Cause like Jiang was basically teaching her how to be a shaman, but like do it safely. It's like he was teaching her how to have safe sex. You know, wear a condom. Wear a condom because there are consequences if you don't. That's like a super weird analogy to make, but like it's true. Rin's like descent into like she's just so narrow-minded that all she wants is power. Like, girl, there are more things in life than power. But like I have to respect her for her drive and her motivation to like work hard and keep going. And like I respect her for her decision to like disable her from having a child in the future. Like, girl's committed. Even like at the start of the story, when she first decided that she was gonna take that exam, she studied day and night endlessly for 2 years and took the exam and got the #1 spot in the province. Like, girl, snaps to you. I loved her fights with Neza. Like the first day they met, she punched him in the face. And then later on, they were taught by an older student to like go for the balls, like an older female student to go for the balls. And then when they were having this little petty little argument, and he was like, "Ha! I grew up learning martial arts from my tutors. I'm sure you only know how to like do one move or one kick." And she was like, "Yeah, I do know how to do one kick." And then she kicks him in the fucking balls. Like, girl, you go. And then like she was even banned from ever joining their martial arts class because the teacher is a dick and didn't think people like Rin, who were people from the countryside and not basically he didn't think that people who were unprivileged deserved to be in that school. But Rin was like, I don't give a flying fuck. And then she like tries to teach herself. That was an epic fail. And then she meets the lore master Jiang. I think I made a mistake. I think it might be pronounced Jiang or something like that, which I loved. And I love Jiang so much. Like, he's sort of like a Dumbledore, but not really. Jiang's that teacher who will tell you what to do without telling you why and what for, and just hopes that you end up learning from it and figuring out what it was he wanted to teach you. And in college, I had a teacher who was like that. Kinda helped, but at the same time, I kinda wanted to hit him in the head for it. But it's okay, we're good, we're friends now. I loved that she was friends with Kita. He was such like a good friend. He was really good in terms of like Rin's characterization. Like, he was her only friend. So she defies all odds set against her. And she gets the #1 spot again in the tournament at like the end of her first year because of the training from Jiang. Like, boy made her run up and down a mountain every morning carrying a growing pig until she like, you know, gained muscle strength and the pig was fully grown that she couldn't really carry him anymore because they decided to eat him. The violence in this book. Oh my god, the graphic description of the violence in this book. Where does Rebecca Kwong get all these ideas for like how to kill people? I love Neza. That battle at Sign Guard when like Rin and Neza are like, I hate you, but let's fight. And like you have the 2 top students of their year fighting together and they were just fighting back to back. Everything was instinct. And then stuff happens and then Neza gets stabbed. And I'm like, baby boy, no! And I thought he dies. just as he was, kind of redeeming himself. And then Rin saves the day by like finally calling on the power of the Phoenix and burning everyone and everything. And then they ship her off to the 13th Division, or the Psych, in Cardalan, where they currently were. Well, Altan, they didn't really ship her off. Altan picked her up, but that. We meet the other shamans in the story, and Ramza, who is not a shaman but part of the Psych. I love Ramza so much, the little pyromaniac. He's like a 12-year-old little rascal. Love him. And like, I'm sorry, but my favorite part of that whole marsh scene was Ramza throwing dung bombs at people. Like, he made stink bombs. And it was bad. Like, boy, good job. Love that for you. I kind of wanted to slap Rin when she was sort of like developing a crush on Alton. Girl, I know he's cute and he's powerful, but are you really into him or his power? Who got the power? As I said, low-key annoyed that Rin was like starting to fall for Alton. Like, I don't even know if she was falling for him or whatever. Like, girl was just thirsty. Okay, probably would have been too if I were her. Like, hi Neza, hi Alton. And then Neza arrives with like backup, and just, oh my god, he is alive. Because the last time we heard from him before this was that he was alive but just barely, and they weren't sure if he was ever going to walk again. And he's there like ready and fit for battle, and like he and Rin are slowly like becoming friends now. So that saying where they say that war changes people, and it usually means that it hardens them and makes them a little colder because they have to harden themselves for like war and battle and having to do what they have to do. It was kind of the opposite for Neza. It was just a good thing because during the entirety of part 1, he always had like a stick up his ass and it was just mean. And then that whole battle, almost dying, he became a soft boy. I love him. I don't even want to talk about part 3. So it turns out that Cardalan wasn't even like the main target. Attacking Cardalan was just a ruse. Their main goal was actually this other place called Golinis. So the Psyche gets there, and it turns out that everyone's been dead for probably days or weeks, and I'm just gonna say everybody was brutally murdered. I don't think I have seen anything that gruesome ever in a book before. In part 2, after that battle at Seingard, Jiang disappears. No one knows where he is. And then in part 3, Alton's had enough. He talks about how they should release the people who are like locked away at the Chulu Korek, which is like a prison for shamans. He and Rin go there and they find Jiang. He put himself there. Normally you have to force someone to like entomb themselves in there, but there they are. And then they encounter Jiang, and Jiang was basically repeating everything Chagan was saying. He's like, no, you're gonna lose yourselves. And he's like, Alton, I should have tried harder with you. I should have been the one to train you, not Irja. But it's too late now, but I can still save Rin. And Rin chooses Alton, and Jiang's just like, well, what can I do? And I don't know, I felt really bad for him. Like, he tried so hard. Jiang and Rin could have actually been super powerful together. But as I said, Rin was pretty narrow-minded and, didn't really see the big picture. And in the end, they get captured by Mugen forces and then are put in like this lab facility to be experimented on. I feel bad for Alton. Like, I love that we get to see his backstory and like why he is who he is. And this guy's actually had a really tough life. So in the end, they both let the fire of the Phoenix consume them. And Alton dies to destroy that lab. Rin swims to Spear and she goes to the temple. She encounters the Phoenix and let it become part of her. So we're at the last chapter and it's not the most action-packed, but it's probably like one of the heaviest chapters in the book. So basically Rin destroyed Mugen. Like, she just caused like an eruption or whatever. She killed an entire island. Girl had no regrets. The Psyche was sort of like the Empress's like secret force, secret task force whatsoever. Basically, they do her dirty work, they assassinate for her, and in the end, she betrays them. I think that's something we're gonna encounter in the next book, which is fun, because now she's the enemy. The Empress is the enemy. After Alton's death, at first, Chagan was like, don't do what you're gonna do, it's gonna fuck up the whole world, and now that Alton's dead, he's like, Rin, let's join forces. And just... oh my god. This book was so good. Like, when I heard people raving about it, I didn't think I would enjoy it this much. This is too underrated. I don't think I have seen this in like Fully Booked, my local bookstore. I bought it from Fully Booked, but at their website in the middle of quarantine. But like when I would go to their store, I don't think I've ever seen a copy of The Poppy War on their shelves or the featured book table. Like, this deserves to be read even more. Guys, come on. Hi, we're Asian. How are we not promoting an Asian fantasy novel? It doesn't look it, but it's 500 pages long. And this is just the first book. Oh my god. I'm rooting for you, Rin. Make better choices, please. I'm not gonna read The Dragon Republic so soon after this. I'm gonna need to take a breather. I'd still have to buy the book anyway, and last I checked, it wasn't available here in the Philippines. I mean, like, it's out of stock right now. So the day after I finished the book and recorded this, I bought a copy of The Dragon Republic and it just arrived this morning. Haha. So, yeah. I was facing a reading slump these past few months, and I think this book got me out of it. This is based on history, you guys. Like, she based it on history. Months ago, when I first encountered this book online, people described it to me as like Mulan, but gruesome. I did not expect this. So yeah, I love The Poppy War. I'm excited to read The Dragon Republic and the third book. I'm so sorry, I cannot remember its title right now, but I'm either gonna have dreams or nightmares tonight. Again, hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!